the channel. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama. So I'm here this weekend for a music festival, hence the goofy sort of bracelet that you're probably going to see throughout the video here. But I thought I'd take some time one of the mornings before things sort of got started to explore the city a little bit. You know, I never really planned to be down here, and to be honest, I don't know that I'm ever going to have a reason to come back. So I figured while I'm here, I'll take advantage of the time and grab the camera and kind of explore the city a little bit, bring you guys along with me, and see what we can find. So I put together a really basic little walking path for us to check out some of the spots, but I really know nothing about this city. You guys are gonna have to help fill in some gaps and correct me kind of where I'm off. So let's get walking. I think there's a coffee shop up here I want to check out, and then we'll go over to our first spot. And so as we're walking over to our first spot here, I figure we can talk a little bit about the history of the place. Birmingham was established in 1871 at the intersection of two major railroads in the city here. And it ended up growing so quickly that it adopted the nickname of the Magic City, which we'll see hopefully in a little bit if I can get down to one of the spots that I want to check out. But part of that growth is due to the fact that this is one of the only places in the world where all the raw materials needed to make steel are found in one location, which I believe are coal, iron ore, and limestone. And so that led to the economic expansion in the area and to places like the Sloss Furnace, which is actually where the event is that I'm going to this weekend. So like is the case with a lot of industrial cities, though, that economic boom didn't really last. So the city has been in a pretty depressed state for a number of decades now. It deals with a lot of, we'll call them challenges, the really high crime rate, the really high poverty rate. I believe the guy I was talking to yesterday said that the poverty rate in the city is something like 25 or 30%, which is pretty crazy. However, for my walk back and forth to the event yesterday, and just a little bit of walking around here now, there's definitely still life in the city. I don't know, I think it's revitalizing a little bit. Like, there's definitely some cool areas. And full disclosure, just to kind of head people off who want to make comments about this, I know next to nothing about this city other than a little bit of research that I've been able to do. I also don't have a car, so I'm not doing a full, sort of fully exhaustive tour of the area here. Just a small little snippet, a little slice of the downtown and sort of immediate surrounding areas that I can walk to. And we are at our first location here. So as I feel like the majority of people who are loosely familiar with Birmingham know, this city played a major part in the civil rights movement in the 1960s. And so where we are here, as you can see this sign, it says the Kelly Ingram Park. And this spot specifically, and even this spot right over here that we'll talk about in a second, really played an extra significant role during that civil rights movement. So numerous protests were held here in the 60s. There's apparently, oh, this is interesting, 1963 especially saw a number of really significant protests being held here, including the large protest held by thousands, apparently thousands, I don't know how you fit thousands, but let's assume that's correct, thousands of black school children that gathered here to march and protest for desegregation. And the size of it and significance ended up gaining some national attention and sort of adding traction to the civil rights movement. But a really significant event happened just up here at the edge of the park at the 16th Street Baptist Church, which is just behind these trees here. I ain't afraid of your jail.
Yes, you do.
And so those major protests in 1963 that happened in the park here happened earlier on in the year. And that sort of led an event that happened right here. On September 5th in 1963, where members of the local KKK actually bombed this church. It injured dozens of people, but ultimately killed 4 young African American girls. And so that happened here. And right across the street, you have a monument here honoring the lives of those girls. They were Addie Mae Collins, Cynthia Wesley, Carol Robertson, and Denise McNair. Oh, and you have the names down here. I mean, that's some heavy, significant history here. I believe there's the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute is right here as well. You know, having a couple little kids myself, it really sort of hits differently when you think about those kids, you know, just wanting to live and exist in society and just be treated normally and equally. And having those 4 little girls getting killed because people felt so strongly that we're different because of the color of our skin. And so if I understand correctly, I believe part of the reason why this church was significant and probably targeted for bombing was because it was a local meeting place for civil rights movement leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. Let's keep walking. We'll go south here on 17th Street and head on sort of south in the direction of the next place I want to check out. Old, this blown out building right next to these nice car dealerships. I don't even know what street I'm on. It smells like natural gas though, which isn't great. Where am I? 15th Street. seeing signs all over the place of the city trying to revitalize itself, but it's all against the backdrop of more of these type things. Supposed to be a grocery store around here, but I am not seeing anything. Oh, here it is, and this is not at all what I thought it was going to be. Morning. Where's that?
Bubbles.
What direction do I go for that?
Bubbles is on 3rd Street and 20th.
All right, perfect. So that's not too far, I guess.
Right around the corner.
Perfect.
Go.
Thank you so much. City office is here, right across the street from boarded up abandoned buildings. So now we're getting back into more of the immediate downtown area. All right, so the west part of downtown and sort of that extended area out there is a little iffy, but it's already feeling better getting back into here. Oh, because it's food hall is one of the places I wanted to check out, maybe for lunch. It's actually right around the corner from the old, or from the Alabama Theater. There's an old department store that kind of like the theater sat vacant for a long time until people revitalized it, I think maybe 15-ish years ago, and have now turned it into sort of an indoor food hall type place. I was thinking of maybe checking that out for lunch if the timing worked out. Also, it is October and it's gonna be 90 degrees today down here, which I was not prepared for. Oh, there's the where are we at here? The food hall, Pizzett's food hall right there, which means I'm actually really close to my hotel. I am completely turned around here. Oh, there's the there's the Science Center. I have come full circle and didn't even know it. And I don't think we've walked down this way yet, so let's go check this out.